Welcome to the Time Machine. I'm Jason Blewett. Let's go back to the summer of 1973. Historic Saratoga Racecourse, the Whitney Handicap. The immortal Secretariat, off his dominating victory earlier in the season in the Triple Crown, a huge, overwhelming favorite to win the race. The problem? A horse named Onion, trained by the great Allen Jerkens.
And they're off. And that's ruled by reason. Between horses on the outside, there goes Onion, and West Coast Scout is now third. That's Secretariat fourth.
We thought it was a small field and we had a chance to be in the money, and that was it.
Onion takes command now, moving quickly to a 2.5 length lead, with West Coast Scout second by a head, ruled by reason alongside third. A gap of 2 lengths, Secretariat is fourth. 3 lengths farther back, True Night, as the field moves on to the backstretch.
Well, of course, he wasn't anything like Secretariat, but he was a much better horse than anybody ever gave him credit for. He was running with good horses, and in fact, 4 days before he ran, he beat Secretariat. He broke the track record here, going 6.5 furlongs. Of course, anybody wouldn't let you do it nowadays. They'd think you were nuts, but he did it, and he went right into the race, and he was very good. He was very well ridden, and he caught Secretariat going the other way a little bit.
Onion has the lead by a length and 3/4. West Coast Scout is second on the inside by 3/4 of a length. Ruled by reason next, and there goes Secretariat, moving through along the inside now to be fourth. A gap of 6 lengths and True Night. Down the backstretch, it's Onion showing the way by a length and a half.
Well, we thought he would go to the front, or Onion would go to the front, because he was a sprinter, that's mostly. So he went to the front, and then he knew the rail was not too good, so he stayed off the rail. And then he kind of enticed Secretariat to come inside him. And then when he did come inside him, he moved over little by little, and he made it tighter on him. And he rode a brilliant race on the horse, that's for sure.
And on the outside, West Coast Scout second ahead. There's Secretariat, a closer third on the inside, moving to the leader. 2.5 lengths farther back, ruled by reason. 8 lengths, and it's True Night fifth. They go past the half-mile pole into the far turn. Onion in front by a length. That's Secretariat.
I didn't think Secretariat was as good as he had been. He'd run hard all Triple Crown, and he went to Chicago. And then he had a much faster work than Lucian expected him to do. And he really didn't have a good day. In fact, he pushed his door open before the race, before the start of the race, and a lot of times that's not too good.
On the inside, taking over second position, moving to the leader. West Coast Scout is now third, with ruled by reason fourth. Far back, it's True Night. On the far turn, Onion in front by a head. Secretariat on the rail, now up to challenge for the lead. Coming to the top of the stretch, it's Onion on the outside, and Secretariat on the rail up to challenge.
Well, I couldn't tell. We were standing in the infield watching the race because they saddled the horses for that particular race, and we stayed right in the infield, so I couldn't tell that he was riding him close until we watched the rerun afterwards. But they did it, and then when Secretariat tried, if he wanted to move out in back of Onion, he couldn't have done it because there was horses right there with him, so he was compelled to stay inside and take his chance.
They turn for home. There's 3/16 of a mile to the finish. It's Onion on the outside. Secretariat on the rail, stride for stride, head and head, and down the stretch they come. Onion on the outside, Secretariat on the rail. 1/8 of a mile to the finish. The leaders head and head, stride for stride. Secretariat and Onion. Onion has the lead by a head. Secretariat on the inside, past the 16th pole. It's Onion in front by a head. On the inside, Secretariat.
Well, I don't think, to me, he wasn't any greater horse than Citation was, and maybe not even more than Spectacular Bid, but I mean, he was great. I mean, no question about it. But I mean, he lost 4 races, so you know he could be had. And if it wasn't for a dumbbell like me running my horse against him, he'd have won 2 more races.
After the Whitney, Allen Jerkens was not finished with Secretariat. Later that season, downstate at Belmont Park, the Chief once again beat the immortal Big Red, who would prove out in the Woodward. For the Time Machine, I'm Jason Blewett.